The Immaculate Heart of Mary devotion has its roots in the dogma of the Immaculate Conception. According to this belief, from the first moment of her conception, Mary was preserved from all sin by a unique grace from God, bestowed in anticipation of her Son Jesus Christ's merits. Throughout her life, Mary remained sinless by her own free will, making her a perfect vessel for the incarnation of God. Following Jesus' birth, Mary continued to cooperate perfectly with divine grace, accompanying her Son throughout his life, standing by him at the cross, and participating in the events of his resurrection and ascension. She was also present at Pentecost, aiding the early church. At the end of her earthly life, she was assumed body and soul into heaven and crowned Queen of heaven and earth, from where she mediates God's love and mercy for eternity. Honoring the Immaculate Heart of Mary invites us to reflect on the purity and love within her heart. In the Gospel of Luke, we see her pondering the mysteries of Christ's life, such as the visit of the shepherds at Jesus' birth and the finding of the 12-year-old Jesus in the temple. Each encounter with her Son deepened her love and reflection, culminating in her presence at the crucifixion where Jesus entrusted her to John, symbolically to the whole church. Mary's Immaculate Heart, free from sin, symbolizes perfect love and virtue. Her heart reflects the perfection of human love established between her and Jesus, a love unmarred by selfishness or sin. Through her Assumption and coronation, she continues to share this perfect love with us, offering her intercession and the grace of her Son's divine love. Devotion to Mary began in apostolic times and was further developed by early church fathers and saints. These included figures like Ephraim the Syrian and Augustine of Hippo, who extolled Mary's virtues. From the 12th to the 15th centuries, saints like Bernard of Clairvaux deepened our understanding of Mary's role. In the 17th century, Saint John Eudes promoted the first liturgical feast of the Holy Heart of Mary. The devotion gained further prominence with saints like Louis de Montfort and Alphonsus Liguori. The proclamation of the dogma of the Immaculate Conception in 1854 by Pope Pius IX and the writings of Saint Maximilian Kolbe in the 20th century further cemented Mary's Immaculate Heart in Catholic devotion. In 1916, an angel in Fatima, Portugal, spoke of the Immaculate Heart to 3 children, followed by apparitions of Mary in 1917, urging devotion to her Immaculate Heart. This led to the institution of the Universal Feast of the Immaculate Heart of Mary by Pope Pius XII in 1944. Later moved to the Saturday after the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart by Pope Paul VI in 1969. As we honour the Immaculate Heart of Mary, we are invited to ponder her perfect love for Jesus and the mysteries she held in her heart. By fostering devotion to her Immaculate Heart, we open ourselves to the grace and love that flow from it, seeking to emulate her purity and devotion in our lives. Immaculate Heart of Mary, pray for us.